final matchup before the knockout round. Things are starting to get a little chippy. Everyone jostling for that NBA Cup. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Shea and Johnson, they're the forwards. Tyson Daniels out there with Trae Young, and it's the monster in at center. And for the Celtics, the 2 J's, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Derek White out there with Anthony Simons, and it's Tillman in at the 5. A really important game for the NBA Cup tournament tonight. Both of these teams are still alive, Grant.
Well, B.A., despite losing in Cup games, they can still advance. Into the knockout stages, so they both have a lot to play for. This should be a fun one.
And it's the Hawks to start out. Young with it. Right side Johnson. Tatum with a steal. It's an even 3-on-3 break. A deep 3. The monster grabs the miss. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Here's Shea. Pass to the monster.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Here's Shea. Here's the monster. The kick out to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. The 3 is up. The shot misses. Boston on offense, and going against Atlanta, their first meeting on the year.
Oh, they dominated this team a season ago. They beat them every time they played.
Yeah, these teams were in 2 completely different categories last year, but hopefully the season series this year is much more competitive.
And here's Brown for 3. The rebound by the Hawks. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Dialing it in from range on the road is never easy to do, but they pulled it off and played a great game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
Here's the monster. Really played well against Indiana in his last game.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pass to White. Shoots over Young. White can't hit.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
A nice shot by Brown.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
The Hawks have gone 1 for 3 so far. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, B.A.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Simons after the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. Outside, Brown. Sinks the tray. Brown's got 6.
Lots of development work has gone into Brown's three-pointer.
Now here's Young. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Here's the monster. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
So it's Boston now. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. Left side, Brown. Doesn't go for him.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Johnson finds Young. Pass to the monster. Here's Johnson. Hauled in by Brown. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. A tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Pass to Daniels. To the paint. Tipped. From deep, Johnson sinks it. What range from downtown. 5 points in the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Celtics trail by 3. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. You take a look at the Celtics. What a huge game for them in the NBA Cup. They're 2-1 so far. This is the last group stage game.
Yeah, it all comes down to tonight. They have to win. And remember, too, point differential is key as well. That could end up a factor.
And as for Atlanta, they're sitting at 1-2 in their group in the NBA Cup. So even with a win on the road tonight, their tournament's likely over.
That's not going to impact their effort level tonight, though. You want to win every regular season game, whether it counts toward the NBA Cup or not.
Simons outside. Outside, Brown. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Risache.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
And he's going for the lob. Here we go. The open shot, White. Again, the miss by Boston. The Hawks lead by 3. His first shot attempt. Rebound Boston.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Tatum, coming off a 28-point game against San Antonio. Young, the pass to Johnson. Out of bounds, it'll be Celtics ball. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers. Fourth, the Hawks.
And if you turn the ball over when you play this team, you're going to regret it. They just have a knack for knowing how to capitalize off other teams' mistakes.
Celtics trail by 3. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
And here's Young. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Here's Risache. Here's the monster. Tatum brings a double team. And the basket by the monster. Boston's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Here's Tillman. Yet to see a basket. Now Simons. Pass to White. 5 to shoot. They still need this. Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Risache. He picked up 15 in their last win against Indiana. Here's Daniels. He's covered by Simons. Here's Daniels. The shot no good. Great D that time from Simons.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Tatum finds Simons. With the drive, tipped away. Here's Risache. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Here's Young. Out to the wing. Pass to Risache. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by White. Boston trailing. Simons with it. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Outside White. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Johnson. Tatum pulls it in. Pass to Brown. Tillman with a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Brown can't hit. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Here's Daniels. Outside Young. Inside. The jump hook. And the bucket is good. The Monsters got 8 points.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Coming onto the floor now is Celtics second David. Make some noise for him. The wild fans on the floor is your basketball. Okay, fans, who needs a free t-shirt? Get up on your feet.
Boston ends up going with a new group. Here's Pritchard, coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Pass to Cooper. Here's Walsh. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
That's his first personal foul.
Boston shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
At the line, Walsh. At the line, shooting one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And in the front end of the back-to-back, what's important?
Well, B.A., most coaches treat this one like a regular game. Try to win. Don't worry about minutes. Tomorrow, they may adjust the rotations a bit.
Now here's Alexander Walker. From behind the arc. Shireman grabs a board.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Hawks leading. Here's Carey. An 11-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
Look, he kept finding ways to get to the free throw line. He knew the other team couldn't stop him, so he just continued to punish them at the line.
Here's Shireman. Back to Pritchard. He takes it in. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Celtics lead by one. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Kongwu with the bucket.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Cooper. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, and you see this with a lot of great scores. When they're putting up big nights, a lot of times it's because they're making a lot of free throws.
Boston shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
At the line for 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes a first. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Well, they had a chance for the lead right there, but we're all evened up.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Cool Hands. The three-pointer off the mark. And for Boston, they're shooting just about 29% so far. Not great. to Walsh. 1:52 left to play in the first. Back to Strus. Jacks up a three. Connects from downtown. And the Celtics lead by 3.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Now here's Alexander Walker. No points so far. Sinks it from distance.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
That one's good for 2.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Pass to Carey. Shot from the low block. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Atlanta shooting their first shots of the night on the charity stripe. And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Shireman. Right side, Strus. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter here. No good on the fadeaway. Outside, Alexander Walker. Picked up by Okongwu. There's the three. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okongwu. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
And the Celtics in possession here. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Shireman. And here's Strus. From deep. Okongwu with the rebound. Here's Cool Hands. No points yet. Here's Carey. 1 second left. So it's a tie game as we end the first. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points and their reserves delivered.
Yeah, they really trust their depth. They have no problem relying on their bench in crucial situations.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. They've got Jalen Johnson. Also Kelly Olynyk out there. And it's Young in at the 1. Tillman with a screen. Shoots. White, good. White's got his second basket of the night.
Well, for obvious reasons, this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in White running the pick and roll.
Young against White, and there's a defensive 3-second call. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
And Atlanta with possession here. Here's Carey. And rejected. To the left side wing. Here's Cooper. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Can't nail the jumper. The Hawks trailing to the middle. Here's Kane. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Kane's gotten his first points of the night. Here's Cooper. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Walsh, shoots over Johnson, and down it goes. 2 points. Walsh has got 5 points. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
Now here's Young. He's scoreless.
That's about as good a job you can do as a defender. Affect the shot and grab and secure the rebound.
Misses from short range. For Boston, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Cooper. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Jalen Johnson, that's his first personal foul.
Boston shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. The Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Risachet, he's checked in for the Hawks. Daniels comes in for Carey.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Hawks trail by 4. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Olynyk. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Well, we know Olynyk would rather be all the way inside, but he manages to make the mid-range work.
Here's Cooper. Off target at the rim. It's a close game here in Boston. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. Here's Tillman. Still without a bucket. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 1.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And not only that, they're off to a pretty hot start shooting from outside. They seem locked in tonight.
Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Boston. The free throw drops for Johnson. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, the smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Here's Olynyk following the bucket by Boston. Back to Young. Left side Olynyk. Boston pulls it in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Young against Simons. The floater. Rebound, Trae Young. The Hawks have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Here's Risache. No made baskets yet. Back to Daniels. This one for 3. Knocks down the triple. And the Hawks lead by 3.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half.
Timeout.
Let's see if he continue to add to that.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
All right, fans, it's dance dance time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching.
Brown, he's checked in for Tillman. The Hawks making a switch here. And let's have a look at the leaderboard to see which point guards have been outperforming their peers in the steals category the last 10 games. Third is Trae Young.
Yeah, he's a pest. He gets under your skin. I mean, all these players have the combination of quickness and intelligence you want in a point guard.
Well, when you have someone who can orchestrate your offense and be the point of attack on defense, it makes life a whole lot easier.
Outside Tatum. Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's the monster. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Simons finds Brown. Here's Cooper. He's got 6. And it's Simons missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
The kick out to Young. The 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Celtics trail by 5. Now here's Brown. 11 points for him last game against San Antonio.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
And he's all alone. Up ahead. Here's Johnson. Count it. He's 4 for 8 now.
And I love how they're working much harder on the glass this quarter and drumming up more second chance opportunities.
Outside Tatum. Shot to stop the run. The rebound by Atlanta. The Monsters got 6 rebounds in the game. Johnson passes to Young. Here's the monster. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Here's Cooper. Inside. Here's Brown from downtown. Boston again missing. The Hawks lead by 9. Pass to Young. Outside Johnson from deep. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Quick attack there by Johnson so that the defense has little time to react to him getting the ball.
Here's Cooper. He's got 6. Tatum with a screen. 4-3. Cooper's shot is off.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Now here's Johnson. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Jaylen Brown picks one up. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
First one falls for him. Both teams will make substitutions. And Johnson drops them both.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Celtics trail by 14. Pritchard, the pass to Strus to get back on track. He buries it from 3. Strus has got 6.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest and block.
Johnson finds a Kongwu. Here's Risache. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Boston has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Outside Strus. It's Brown on the wing. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
They're working the outside game more than they did in the first quarter. The balanced approach seems to be paying off.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw no good for Brown.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Here's Risache. There's a screen. Back to Daniels. 3 on the clock. Off the mark there with a 3. Celtics trail by 11. Strus the pass to Brown. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Down low. Here's Strus. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Walsh is checked in for Boston. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Alexander Walker's checked in.
One shot.
Free throws dropped for Strus. The Hawks lead by 8. Here's Daniels. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways. Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Pritchard gets it to go.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Here's Daniels. 6 points for him. Picked up by Okongwu. It's Daniels with a drive. Pass to Cool Hands. Releases from 15. That one goes. Count it. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Here's Walsh. Now Strus. There's the triple. The rebound by the Hawks.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Daniels. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
That one misses.
Well, when he's on the floor, Dyson Daniels gives you uncapped energy. He's really committed to going all out.
The Hawks making a switch here. Kane's checked in. And he sinks the second. Here's Pritchard. He's got 5. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. Every team in the new NBA wants to be on this list. The sharpshooters from three-point range. The Celtics, 3rd.
Instead of just bombing away, they work hard to create good looks from beyond the arc.
Carey's checked in for Daniels. Atlanta leading by 8. Here's Carey. Pass to Okongwu. Now here's Alexander Walker. Goes up at the stripe. Boston with a rebound. We've got 1:55 left in the first half. Shireman. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Carey. And here's Okongwu. Here's Alexander Walker. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
No good on that one. And the second free throw is good. Here's Pritchard. He's got 5. Outside Strus. A minute 22 left to play in the second quarter. Shoots from 14. Good as the jump shot falls. Strus has got 8 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Here's Carey from the arc. It's rebounded by Walsh. Here's Pritchard, covered by Alexander Walker. Pritchard, the pass to Strus. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
At the line, Max Strus. At the line for 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throws dropped for Strus. Tillman's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Hauser. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Olenek's checked in for Okongwu. And Strus drops them both.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
Pass to Olenek. Here's Cool Hands. And there's a pick. Here's Kane. And the 3 off target. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Pritchard. No good on the triple. Atlanta leading by 5.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
The shot by Cool Hands, no good. Outside White. Strus the pass to Tillman. Back to Strus. A rare miss for him. Jalen Johnson. He's been the guy making things happen for the Atlanta Hawks. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
We appreciate you joining us at halftime. Tonight we tip off with a check on the injury situation. Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine Shaq probably throws that bowling ball a little too hard, Ernie. I don't know.
False. I have a finesse game, Kenny. One time I hit a sit-down shot from the seats behind the lane.
Shaq's like a trick shot artist out there. He's diving, he's spinning. I'm curious to see what's left in the bag. I'll get the lanes. You guys bring your own shoes this time. And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Hawks.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Comes down to 1-2. Right now, they wanted more.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Johnson.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
Yeah, look, even when you put a body on him, he finds ways to extend possessions.
Celtics trail by 5. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Derek White out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Tillman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. There's Tatum with the 3. The rebound by Atlanta. The Monsters got rebound number 8 now. Pass to Daniels. Up top, Johnson. To the inside. Here's the Monster, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
On the wing, Simons. Yet to see a basket. And it's blocked.
Yeah, that was great job on defense from Daniels. He knows how to distract shooters.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Off the inbound. Simons' shot is good. Simons has got his first basket. Here's Young. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Pass to Johnson. Here's the Monster. On the wing, Daniels. Shoots over Simons. Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has gotten his third basket of the night. Celtics trail by 7. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Tillman. Rebounded by Daniels.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Outside Young. The kick out to Johnson. Shoots over Tatum. And the basket by the Monster. And it's a 9-point Hawks lead.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
White looking it over. Pass to Tatum. And here's Brown. And he lobs it up. Tatum can't hit.
Well, this has been a frustrating night for him. Still without any points.
And here's Johnson. He's got 15. That three's off the mark.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of that.
Here's Brown. Out to Simons. Fires from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, you see that quick release, and Simons right on the money.
Now here's Young. No points yet. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Rizachet. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Brown. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Yeah, tough to make those jumpers when you are guarded that closely.
Three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
To the paint. Here's the monster. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. The Monsters got 6 here in the quarter. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
To the floor right now, it's Celtics Entertainment.
And a peek at the standings in this year's NBA Cup. The group stage is almost over.
And I have really enjoyed this year's version of the Cup. We're almost at the best part, too. The single elimination knockout rounds. I can't wait to get those started.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Tatum passes to Brown. Looking to get back on track. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And Brown doesn't mind getting roughed up on the way up. In fact, he embraces it.
He's 0 for 1 at the line, missing on his first trip.
Brown at the line for 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Now Young hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trey is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Now here's Brown. He's got 10. There's Simons with a 3. Knocks down the long J. Simons has got 8 points here in the quarter.
Well, don't blink, or Simons will already have the shot off.
Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
So it's Boston now, after the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Tillman. Outside, Brown. Pass to Simons. The 3 is up. He can't hit that time.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
To the middle. Young inside. He's guarded by White. Here's the Monster. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. The Monster's got 22.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Simons outside. Here's the pick. Lets it go from deep. Knocks it down from distance. Simons has got 11 points.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Johnson with it. He's got 15. Inside. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Simons. He's got 11. Outside, Brown. Look at Brown, getting it done inside.
And that's good decision-making by Brown in the pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
Now here's Young. Still no points. Here's the Monster. Pass to Johnson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Tatum.
Man, good whistle there.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points.
Krejci's checked in for Atlanta. He does not get the second one. Celtics trail by 5. There's Simons with a 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Risaché's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Tatum. And they're on the break. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
You love how Tatum gets others involved. He doesn't want to do it all by himself out there.
Pass to the Monster. Here's Risaché. Here's Daniels. Nails it from beyond the arc. Daniels has got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Here's Cooper. Give him 8 points now. And it's Tatum missing.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more. Love the hustle right there. He earned that rebound.
Let's go with a 3. A nice shot by Cooper. Cooper's got 11 points.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Now here's Johnson. 16 points for him. Pass to Daniels. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the Monster. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. The Monster's got 26 points.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Simons outside. Takes it inside. Pass to Brown. The Monster grabs the miss. The Monster's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active to the inside. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That'll be a second foul of the game. The Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. Carey's checked in for the Hawks.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Daniels. He's got 12. And here's Johnson. Here's the Monster. Up and in on the layup. The Monster's got 16 in the second half.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Simons outside. Pass to Tatum. Five to shoot. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, if the defense closes on Tatum, he'll go into them. He's happy to get sent to the line.
First trip to the line for him here.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Strus, he's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Simons. Kane's checked in for the Hawks. Alexander Walker comes in for Daniels. And so Tatum nails both of them.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Atlanta leading by 5. Now Johnson. 16 points for him. Out left to the wing. Here's Kane. And the three-pointer goes. Kane's got 5 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Tatum with it. He's given them steady production at over 27 points a game. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Kane. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Kane, covered by Strus. Johnson for 3. They get it again. It's good on the putback. And it's a 10-point Hawks lead.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Boston's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. Here's Tatum. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Johnson.
I'll tell you, not many players are better at forcing a defender to foul than Tatum.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
Jason Tatum.
First one falls.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Tillman's checked in for Walsh. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Well, we're seeing a different version of him in this half, taking a more direct approach. He didn't have a single free throw in the first half.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 16. Here's Kane. Outside, Alexander Walker. Here's the Monster. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Oh, boy. Tatum has ways to hurt you from every area on the floor.
Carey passes to Johnson. Down low. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
Celtics trail by 10. Here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. Pass to Strus. The 3-ball. He's off on that one.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Kane. And there's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Here's Tatum. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
An ascending superstar, Tatum has really honed in on what he does best on the offensive end.
He's gone 3 of 4 from the line.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Yeah, they're playing catch-up at this point, but they've done a nice job at the free throw line here in the second half.
And so Tatum nails both of them. 1.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Atlanta leading by 8. Pass to the monster. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. And the Celtics in possession here. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Here's Cooper. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Kane. Here's Carey. Alexander Walker, the pass to the monster. Tatum brings a double team. Here's Kane. 3-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 10. From deep, Strus. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It'll be his 4th time going to the line in this game.
Jalen Johnson, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw dropped for Johnson. Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. And Johnson drops them both. Celtics trail by 12. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Cooper passes to Strus. Nails it from 3. Strus has got 16 points.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Strus against Johnson. For 3. Hits a three-pointer. Johnson's got 23.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break up 12. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. We'll be back in a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. We've got Trae Young, and it's Carey in at the 2. To the wing on the left, from outside the arc. Kane misses.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
On the wing, Strus. Outside White. Here's the 3. The offensive rebound. Right side Brown. Oh, he picked him clean. Here's cool hands. Pass to Carey. Here's Kane. Screen by Olynyk. Fires the 3. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Risache, he's checked in for Kane.
Kelly Olynyk, shooting 1.
One shot.
Well, offensively, Olynyk is more than just a jump shooting big. He's a solid playmaker for his position, and he's especially effective running dribble handoff actions.
Outside, Brown. Takes a 3. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game, first here in this second half.
Young, the pass to Carey. Screen by Olynyk. Over to the left wing. The 3 from Risache. The rebound, Celtics. Outside White. Pass to Simons. From downtown, the 3 is up. And the Celtics another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Atlanta leading by 9. Now here's Young. Over White. Young misses. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Simons outside. Pass to White, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simons.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
And the Hawks making a change here. For Atlanta, they've gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. And here's Young. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Rizachet. Money from the wing. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
On the wing, Simons. Beyond the arc. And it's cool hands with a rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
From the baseline. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Brown's got 4 rebounds now. Left side, White. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Brown finds Simons. And a miss there on the triple. Atlanta leading by 11. Here's Carey. Pass to Young. Here's the monster. Defended by Brown. And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting. Something to consider for sure. Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. No good on the second free throw. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. So far in the fourth. Off the lob, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, nice lob there, and what a leap by Tatum. You just have to admire that kind of play.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Let's see if they do, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Knocks it loose. Cool hands. The pass to the monster. Here's Rizachet. They set a pick. Just 5 on the clock. Fires in the triple. And the Hawks lead by 13.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Left side, Brown. Here's Tillman. Brown looking around. Oh, Brown just throws it down.
Terrific finish there from Brown. goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Young from deep three-point range. Oh, Young! Deep shot!
And from that extended range, few do it better than Trae Young.
On the wing, Tatum. Young against White. Launches a three. The rebound by Atlanta. When this game is done, they'll be off to Milwaukee, taking on the Bucks. That's game 3 of 5 on their current trip away from home. Here's cool hands. Simons with a rebound. Celtics trail by 14. Now Tatum steps back and shoots. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
Well, after a scoreless first half, he's turning things around here, looking much more aggressive.
Young against White. Young, the pass to Daniels. The three. The rebound, Celtics. Tatum's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Simons finds Tatum. Back to Simons. Fires the three. Tatum can't hit. The Hawks lead by 12. Pass to Daniels. Young with it. From behind the arc. Offensive rebound. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks.
One shot.
Simons with it. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Inside, here's Tillman. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Pass to Tatum. To the inside. Blocked again! Outside Johnson. Here's Young. Here's Risache. Now here's Johnson. Launches it. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. On the wing, Simons puts up a three. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
Here's Daniels, out left to the wing. Left side, Young. Pass to the monster. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got his 6th assist of the night.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
White, the pass to Simons. And here's Brown for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Right wing. The 3 from Risache. It's hauled in by White. White's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Simons. And here's Brown. Now here's White. Just 5 to shoot. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Blocked! Here's Risache. To the middle. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
Outside Tatum. Back to Simons. Outside Brown. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Brown's got 19 points.
Well, we're seeing this more and more out of Brown. The ability to take over for an extended period of time.
To the paint. And the basket by the Monster. The Monster's got 42 in the game.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Simons. Releases from 15. The Monster grabs the miss.
I love their work on the glass. They hold a nice rebounding advantage.
Here's Risache. Here's the Monster. Pass to Young. Here's Daniels. He's covered by Simons. Outside Young. Fires from deep. Buries it from 3. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you need to run Trey off of his shot. If Young gets into his jumper, it's normally going in.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
You know, some guys aren't the same player on the road. Not this guy. He loves sticking it to an opposing crowd, and it only adds fuel to his fire. Here's Tatum. Pass to White. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Young.
Well, look, if you're trying to slow down White, you first have to match his activity level.
At the line, Derek White. At the line for 2 shots.
That's good from White.
Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
White hits them both. And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Pass to Johnson. They get the rebound. The monster. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Now here's Brown. He's covered closely, and that one's good.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
1:42 left to play in the fourth quarter. Now here's Johnson to the middle. And the basket by the monster. The monster's got 46.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
White with it, and it's Young picking him up. Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a three-point play.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Hawks.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for the monster.
His range and timing protecting the rim, he blocked a lot of shots and altered even more.
Outside Olynyk. To the wing, right side. Pass to the monster. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up. And again, it's Atlanta.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Olynyk against Brown. Now Strus. There's the triple. Sinks it from distance.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Johnson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
5th personal foul, 4th team foul. At the line for the Hawks, Jalen Johnson, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Cooper. Pass to Strus. Tatum with it. Fires the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And here's Johnson. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. And that evens up their record in group play. What an NBA Cup it's been.
Yeah, the competition during this tournament has been unreal. Unfortunately, 2 losses in this round usually means you're going home.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Trey, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up to that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts is off the court, because that translates on.
Bowling, that's something I haven't done in a while. Thanks for the inspiration.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And time to present our player of the game.